These days, your calendar is supercharged, and you find yourself having to pencil in when you need to breathe. As we're always moving and grooving between our offices, homes, studio, and out, we could all take some moments to spend time and hear from our faves in pop culture on what they're up to and how they keep it together as well. I'm your host, Kimmy Smith, a celeb fashion stylist, co-founder and creative style director of Athleisure Mag, co-executive producer and host of a number of shows in our multimedia podcast network, Athleisure Studio. When you plug into Bungalow SK, you'll get to hang out with those that, regardless of their background, are juggling their busy lives and have words of empowerment to keep us motivated throughout our day. For our Athleisure Mag readers who enjoyed the August issue, you know that we shared our coverage of Electric Zoo that took place Labor Day weekend on Randall's Island here in New York. We enjoyed this 3-day festival of EDM performances that took place across 3 stages. We're taking you backstage with us on site as we talked with some of the industry's esteemed DJs and producers. You'll hear from EDX, our August cover SayMyName, Cash, Boombox, Cartel, and Good Times Ahead. First up is Grammy-nominated DJ, producer, and musician EDX, who is the #1 Swiss DJ on Spotify. You can also hear his mixes weekly on the Evolution platform for iHeartRadio. We talked with him about his career and why he enjoys performing at Electric Zoo. So you've been known as a genius for all of the music that you've created and the amazing production value that you put into it. What's the symbiosis between musicality and production?
Well, I think there is always first a good song, like a nice chord progression, and if it's a vocal song, like a meaningful, deep vocal, and then you add to it like your signature sound. And like the high-end production. But I think you can have the best production possible if the musicality or like the song isn't there. It's very hard like to touch people.
Right.
And I'm always like focusing into touching people with my music. And well, we've been doing this for so many years, and quality today shouldn't like really be an issue anymore.
Exactly. So Stay is on the rising charts for Dance Rising on Spotify. How excited are you about that?
That's awesome. Actually being the #1 track on the Dance Rising is something like something special each time, and they making you like a sir for music every once in a while when this happens. And for me, I'm just a kid with a dream, living in Switzerland in a neighborhood next to Zurich, and with a small studio, working on music and trying to reach the world. And these achievements are like big achievements in my point of view, because you actually reach so much people all over the world with this, and it's a good opportunity to be on that Dance Rising once in a while. Well, what are your 3 favorite remixes that you've done? It's a hard question. It's a hard question. I think I've done more than, let's say, 50 or 100 remixes. I don't know. I've stopped counting. It's hard to pick just...
What are your 3 of the moments?
I like to remix the Janelle Monáe record, because it was just like a cool song. I liked the whole vibe in it from the original. But all the others are in itself something special, because they all have it's always like a collaboration with another songwriter, singer, artist. And being able to get influenced by the original version, then add your own kind of vibe to it and make it special. It's something very blessing if you get this opportunity. It's very hard just to pick my favorite ones, but I think the Janelle Monáe remix definitely one of last year's remix that has really gave me the challenge I really want once in a while. I've just done a new remix for the new single of Loud Luxury. Oh, nice. Which was just recently added right away, even way before the release date, to SiriusXM playlist at Electric, at BPM. Yeah. So this one is coming out in 2 weeks.
Nice.
It's also a remix, I think, ended up being like a really effective remix, and I'm always very excited to tease it and to play it out right now.
I love that. And so this weekend's been really busy for you. You were in Montreal yesterday, here at Electric Zoo today, and Dallas tomorrow. Like, how do you just keep all that energy going and feeding all of these people your music?
Well, it's like like a very rewarding industry we are in. Being able to play out your own music in front of so many people that give you such a great feedback each time.
Tribe Gold sat down with EDM's godfather of hard trap, SayMyName, who's known for his cool style and amazing music. We talked with him before his set to find out how he got into the industry and his thoughts on performing at Zoo here in New York. Is that, and what is it about that you love so much?
Okay, so hard trap is a genre that I started in 2012. It's basically a fusion between hardstyle and trap, or like hip hop mixing those, the best of both worlds.
Right.
And my favorite part about hard trap is just the energy and the uniqueness that I don't know, just the uniqueness of the sound that it brings to every set. No matter if it's a festival or a club,
exactly
it stands out.
Does it change for you whether you're in a massive venue like here at Electric Zoo, or if you're in an intimate club? Like, how does that work for you in terms of vibe?
The vibe or the energy is always there. Whether it's like 100 or like 10,000, like there's always, I don't know, just that raw energy.
Wow.
That matches the music. I don't like go to a smaller room and change the setup because there's less people. Like, I still want to see that same energy. So I just,
So you just collaborated with Riot 10 with Glocks. I mean, that's pretty exciting. Like, how did that come about, and how excited are you to finally release this?
I'm excited. It's finally out. So Riot 10 and I, we go back, and this is something that we've talked about for a minute. Just kind of like, because he's done like the harder music. He's doing more of the dubstep, and just basically fusing the dubstep with the hard trap, and just giving something that our fan base that they wanted it.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited that we got to do it.
Wow, that's fantastic. And we love the new magenta color. So like, how do you love the fact that you can express so many different things with your hair color and just things like that?
I love that it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's varied on the season or like my mood. So I've done like blue, red, orange, now I'm on magenta. And like, I feel like when I go in, I'm just like, all right, I want to do yellow today. Exactly. And it's just like, I think the louder or the brighter the color, it's a bigger representation of just, it's like the energy on stage. You see the color, you see the music. It's just like everything's in your face.
I love that. And so what other collaborations do you have going on that we should keep an eye out for, or that you can share with us?
Right now, I just finished a collaboration with Afrojack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're working on a release for that. Just keep an eye out for that. Rehab and I started on with Timmy Trumpet.
Wow.
So, and then just a lot of music that I've been working on this summer. Just kind of taking some time off.
And you're a busy guy. I mean, you've been at a lot of festivals this season. First of all, how is that? How do you keep yourself just kind of like relaxed and focused on what's happening?
So it's all about balance. Yeah. And when I'm not on the road, usually in the gym, like in the studio or like the gym, I feel like that's like my not way to come down because I'm still working out. You're still working out, yeah. But it's like, I think it's just really stay healthy physically and mentally. Just that's how you it keeps the creative flow going and the energy. Wow. Yeah, but the festival season or the festivals I've played like this year has been insane. Oh my god. I'm so excited to see you perform tomorrow. Like, that's going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm excited. It's my first Electric Zoo. Like, this has been like a bucket list festival for, I'd say, I think Hardwell. I think I caught like a video clip of a Hardwell set back in 2012 or 13, and I was like, yo, what is this Electric Zoo? Like, it's just crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, as someone who travels so much, what are 3 items that are on your carry-on or in your carry-on, whether all the time or just when you need to like really feel like home and centered? When I really need to feel like I'm home and centered, I feel like on my carry-on, that's a good question. Good question. I feel like it's going to sound like super cliche, but we love my laptop. Yeah, like, that's how I feel like I can take my music from like you know, if I want to work on the road.
Exactly.
Laptop. I have books on my phone.
Nice.
I think the books and the music that I have on my phone keeps like a connection between, you know, like me at home. So not just like my phone, but like the phone.
Exactly.
And then just like essential hygiene products, my skincare routine. I think that's a big one.
Exactly. You need to be fresh when you're with so many people.
I'm trying to stay on top of that.
We sat down with Cash right before their set to find out how the trio with Atlantic Records goes about creating their music, what their process is, and of course about their mix with Pink that's rocking the charts. So how do you guys define the Cash sound?
We're a mix of a lot of different things. We're kind of just like, what would be a good word, like we're like a buffet.
Oh, I like that, a buffet.
You get everything with us. You get chicken, beans, vegetables, carbs, salad, dessert. We do it all. You know, we work with hip-hop artists, we work with pop artists, rock artists, alternative artists.
Nice.
We love it all. We're always mixing electronic. We try to mix electronic music with just different, you know, feels and styles of music. You know, from even just like instruments to even the singers.
Oh, wow. And how does that work to have three of you working together in terms of being on stage or in the studio? How do you deal with those dynamics?
We run a majority rules kind of thing, so if two people agree on something, that's how it goes.
You're like, yeah.
And if one person cries enough, sometimes we'll plead his case.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So the minority win can come forward.
I mean, convince, you know.
The minority win is great. I like that. That's funny.
So, I mean, the song with Pink, Can We Pretend? I mean, that's amazing. How did that come about? Like, how excited are you guys for that?
Really good
record, yeah.
We did a remix for her.
Last year?
Yeah, it was almost actually 2 years ago.
It was 2007.
Came out at 17. It came out 17.
It was like the last month of 2017.
Yeah.
And the remix did really well. She was happy with it. The team was happy with it. And we've been trying to send her songs for a long time. And
nice.
Finally, she, sent us the acapella, and we were like, "This is great. We could do something with this." And then, so we built a song around that, and just came together that way. It was great to finally make it happen because, you know, artists are so busy these days. Like, she's out doing world tours.
Exactly,
and we're in the club every night, so it was great to finally make the time to make it happen.
Wow. So with you guys having so much club time, how do you guys take time for yourself? Like, to refuel, energize, get ready for the next club date?
It's minimal, I guess. I guess it's definitely minimal.
We're used to it, though. We've been touring since we were, like, you know, kids and stuff, so we're kind of used to the whole up-and-go lifestyle.
Do you have a different... You're so quiet.
No, I think it's the same, yeah. I mean, we've just been going, you know, it's like, you know, you get the time off, you get the time home, and then... But yeah, we like traveling. We love traveling. We love seeing the world, you know.
Nice.
It's always cool to go new places and then be able to go back and return, you know, so that's what we love doing.
Well, when you guys are recording, like, what are your 3 favorite equipment pieces to use that you just love?
Probably the computer is nice. It's like a love-hate thing, you know, the computer, because it's always like, this piece of shit sucks, but it's like, I couldn't make music without it. So
exactly.
It's like, it's a best friend that's like,
nice.
Well, we definitely make music without it.
No,
to record it.
To record it.
It's very annoying.
You could have a tape machine.
That's how
it started out.
Right?
But yeah,
that's how it started.
I feel like for me it always switches. You know, there's like you'll love a certain synth or something, and then you'll get sick of it, move on. Then you look at your wall and you have your old acoustic guitar hanging on the wall,
and you're like,
oh, it's the best.
Excited to sit down with Boombox Cartel, as Drip with Dillon Francis featuring Designer has been on repeat for a number of weeks around our office. We delved into his music, how he takes time for himself, and his jerseys that show his love for soccer. So how do you define, the Boombox Cartel sound?
I define it as like breaking the rules, doing everything wrong.
Nice.
And stuff that's not supposed to be done. Try to make it work. Trying to come up with original ideas. I think that's a lot of research and development.
So what's that like?
Putting a lot of time in the studio. Making a lot of weird demos and trying to, it's like evil scientist vibes.
Right.
But I think that's what it is. It's and then just staying true to the underground, staying true to where we all came from.
Wow. So how do you get inspired? Like, where does that come from for you?
Well, just influences from when I was a kid. Just like indie bands, like synth rock bands, to like hip hop, to like trap, like Houston stuff, to just like a big mix. I lived in Monterrey half my life, Monterrey, Mexico. I lived in Laredo. I was born in Laredo, Texas, like South Texas. I went to music school in Minneapolis.
Wow.
So it's just kind of like gathering cultures and gathering like styles and sounds and just putting it all together.
Well, I'm loving Drip with you and Dillon Francis. From an Athleisure Mag perspective, amazing song to work out to.
Nice.
Like, it just gets in there. Where did that come from? Like, how did that come together?
Well, Dillon is like one of the most happiest like human beings I know. He's always like really enthusiastic. He's always really... So we try to make something that meets right in the middle. Something euphoric, something happy, something bright. Yeah. Something really colorful. And that's what it came to be. And also designer. He's like one of the most down-to-earth rappers. Yep. I work with so many rappers, and I think Designer's the only rapper I could say he's like a genuinely good person that's down to work, that's, down to do it for the people. And yeah, he was there. We were in the studio till like 7 a.m. just like coming up with ideas. And was smoking weed in my whole house. Smelled like weed for the next week.
Really, it was worth it.
But it was worth it. We made a really positive, happy song, and we're really all happy to put it out.
No, it's a hot song. Like, I can't say how many times I've had it on loop. I'm just like, wow. So your FC custom jerseys, those are really cool. Where did that come from?
That came from living in Monterrey, Mexico, just going to soccer games every week. Yep. And I don't know what, but I see a lot of baseball jerseys in the EDM community, and there's not enough love for the soccer community.
Exactly.
Soccer is just as, I think, even bigger.
It's bigger.
It's
yes.
way bigger. So just playing soccer, every show I go to, like I ask for a soccer ball from every show I go to. If it's a university show, if it's anything, I collect like a university ball or something like that.
That's cool.
I'm a huge fan. So kind of working on those from scratch with a friend in downtown LA. And then right now we're like looking to do a brand partnership with a big company.
That'll be cool.
But yeah, we did it all from scratch. We all did it from scratch. One of my good friends, Colby, helped us out. He has a beautiful warehouse, cut and sew, created the patches from scratch. And they're going to be back in stock with us next week.
That's exciting. You could eventually have like a whole line of just...
Yeah, we have some shorts coming up, some socks coming up. We have the whole kit, for the kids.
Wow. Well, what are 3 things that you do, being so busy and spreading yourself to so many places? What are 3 things that you do that like just let you get back to you?
Yeah. I grew up in Texas. My dad grilling twice a week.
Nice.
So it's like me and my homies, we just barbecue twice a week or once a week at least. I have a Harley Davidson back at home.
Nice.
And, I take it on the one highway, go get some fried shrimp, and then I come back home. And I love being in the studio. I think those are the 3 things.
We've been fans of Good Times Ahead for a while, and we caught up with this duo before their set and coming off of a lot of activity from their name change, setting up their record label, as well as getting into fashion with their own label. We talked about their vibe, what they love about performing, and where we need to go to get a bite when we're in Miami. You guys have had a lot of different things going on lately. So you now have your full name rebrand as well as your own record label. So can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it's called Good Times, Bad Times. And I think one of our favorite things about having our own label is we're able to put out our own music whenever we want, which is kind of like the main reason.
Yep.
But, at the same time, it's also a good platform for us to just kind of showcase the Latin influence we have in our music, a lot of the people that we play in our sets, and just showcasing that to everyone.
Wow.
Kind of bringing a new thing to the game.
I love that. So Paul is the co-founder of Athleisure Mag, so we both run it together. And one of the first people he told me about when we started dating was you guys.
And so what? Yeah.
But we covered the Fall Festival. We'd love seeing you there too.
Yep. I saw Nile Rodgers, and we got to see it. And I'm like, oh my God, these are the guys you're talking about. This is amazing. So what is it about your, like, free of genre specific, just being really just good music? Like, what's behind that?
It's, for us, it's mostly just about, you know, the energy that music has, you know, like the type of energy, the way it makes you feel, you know. Like, that's why, you know, whenever we play music, any song that we play that we, you know, can select to play or make, it all, to us, has a certain energy to it that attracts us. And, you know, it's kind of just what lets people and us just have fun. And it just has such a fun, like, sound to it. And that's, you know, that's pretty much what attracts us to music in general. Just, you know, having just a good energy about it.
Well, you guys are, once again, super busy. I mean, how many festivals have you done just this summer alone?
And this summer, probably like 4, but this year actually is light. That's light for real.
So this year we've kind of taken. I mean, we still played a lot of festivals, and a lot of shows, but we've actually kind of taken it a little bit easier, just because we were focusing on finishing up so much music. You know, just 2 3 weeks ago, we put out the little album. We had the record label launch, the whole rebranding, everything. So we've been working a lot, kind of behind the scenes, and just, taking this, you know, this year kind of slow, just to work on that. You know, we've been doing this now for I think like 8 or 9 years. So it's just kind of nice to have a, you know, little easy,
like a little break of sorts. And you guys have a clothing line as well.
Yes.
So what, you got to tell me about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just kind of something we dabbled in a little bit. I'm personally a fan of like fashion, that kind of thing, street brands, all that. But yeah, you know, we kind of met a contact. Shout out to Jared. 777. Yeah, I mean, he hooked us up with so much knowledge on just how to kind of make your own label and your own kind of style, and we kind of wanted to bring that to the festivals that we come to, the parties that we go to, and stuff like that.
I love that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of the same as like how we do with our music. You know, we kind of let the clothes speak for themselves, and like they're just really cool and really good quality, like good to wear. You could kind of wear it and like at a festival, you could go out with it and like it would be nice. And it's just kind of like what we, you know, kind of our same kind of style as well.
Oh my God, I love that. And so what are you working on right now in terms of collabs or anything that you want, you know, Athleisure Mag people to know about?
Well, we're definitely doing a lot of stuff as far on our own, just for our label and stuff like that. Yeah, we have a lot of collabs. Yeah, we've been playing this one we've been doing with this group called Fight Club, actually, from here.
Oh, wow.
We have a couple other ones. Yeah, we have
That's exciting.
Yeah, a lot of club music, a lot of Latin music. We've been working with a lot of like Latin artists. You know, we did like some writing camps last year and this year in Mexico, in Spain, in Brazil and stuff. So we've been working with like a lot of weird, like really up and coming people. And, you know, just really excited, and especially now that we're about to launch the label.
Exactly.
You know, all of that was just for the label, so it's about to all come out, and we'll get to show everyone everything that we've been doing.
That's really exciting. Yeah. So, what are 3 restaurants that you guys love eating at in Miami?
In Miami? Crabman 305. Yes. That's my number 1. Yeah, shout out to Crabman 305.
I'll say, although it's not, you know, there are many Cuban restaurants. But Sergio's is a very good restaurant.
Nice.
It's kind of a chain, but it's classic Miami. And then I would say, well, obviously Joe's Stone Crabs.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yes.
That's a fancy one of the list.
Yep, I love that one. Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Bungalow SK. Make sure to follow, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can also follow and listen on additional podcast platforms, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Himalaya, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Premium. Bungalow SK is a member of the multimedia podcast network, Athleisure Studio, part of Athleisure Media and Athleisure Mag. You can see our show notes at athleisurestudio.com/bungalow-sk and follow us on Instagram at bungalow.sk to find out who we're talking with, as well as what our guests are up to. Bungalow SK is executive produced by myself and Paul Farkas, with sound editing by the Athleisure Studio team. Our music is courtesy of Icons 8 with Forever Tea performing Renaissance. I'm your host, Kimmy Smith, and I'll see you next week at Bungalow SK.